Hello, everybody. It's your friend Rick. It is December the 4th, 2017. If you want to reach out to me to inquire about making a donation to receive my paperwork, email is rick0327 at me.com. I just do the email thing, guys. I don't speak on the phone. It's nothing personal. It's just not enough time in the day. All right, so we had a win on the 29th of November. Okay, subscriber Frankie Arellano, I got permission to do this. He filed all the paperwork, and this is what happened with me as well. When you start filing the right paperwork and they read the writing, they get intimidated, these people. So, like myself, when I went to court in August of 2016 and I went before the judge, this judge was, well aware who I was. And if you ever watched the video, you could see that I did a lot of talking and he let me talk and he did not interrupt me and he treated me with a lot of respect because he read all the paperwork and he was treating me with kid gloves. Well, when you file the right paperwork and they know they have nothing on you, they could do the same to you. Now, Frank here, all right, his children have been living with him for a while now, and he could not get them to stop. They would not stop taking the money from him. They were fighting him. They were telling him he needed something from the court or whatever. And we started filing the paperwork. What I got posted here, he filed, everything started going right for him. He filed the writ of mandamus, which I've had a couple of people file these, and when you get it to past the clerk, all right, I had Andre upstate New York, somebody else, I can't remember his name, excuse me, but when they see the writ of mandamus and they know they have not a leg to stand on, they'll reach out to you to make an agreement. Well, here he got the fee waived, which is a good sign, and then he went to court before the commissioner, and the commissioner froze the garnishment, so he has a nice Christmas coming up. He doesn't have to worry about them taking money out of paycheck from now until February. Okay, that's the same thing they did for me. When they put a stay, it's called a stay. When they have a stay put on, it's a very good sign that the court good things are going to happen. All right, so Frankie filed a bunch of papers. Let me show you what he filed. All right, he filed this. Okay, these are all the paperwork that was before that commissioner. Okay, so what we got here? All right, notice to the court, demand dismissal, failure to respond to the demands of evidence. Okay, he's been fighting these people, and he told me he has been, and it wasn't until they got the paperwork. Okay, now watch what happened here. Read down here. At the end of it, the child support enforcement employee asked me, "Wow, where did you get that paperwork?" Okay, so they read the paperwork and they got intimidated. All right. Listen, I had to pay child support. I paid child support till my daughter was 23 years old, and I couldn't get them to stop. So any of the naysayers out there, like, "Well, those are kids were living with them." Listen, there are plenty of people out there who are paying child support whose children are still living with them. Doesn't mean they're going to stop. But if you start putting in the right paperwork and start making sense, and they realize they're not dealing with somebody that they don't know that doesn't know what they're talking about, okay, it changes things. Trust me. Okay, it's like if you're gonna go for a job interview, are you gonna go there dressed up in a sweatsuit and sneakers, or are you gonna go dressed up wearing the right clothes? All right, it's all presentation. All right, my paperwork is presentation. Okay, look at that. Does that look nice? Look at that. Professional, written well, and it makes sense. Okay, here's another one. Looks different, all right? But it makes sense. All right, as I said, Frankie is going to have a nice Christmas. He told me I can share it. Much appreciated. And when they stop taking from me, I will then, and he doesn't have to do that. I'm just happy he won. Okay? I get more bad news than good news. So when I do get good news, I like to share it with you guys to give some of you guys hope. Okay? And I got a few people who are knocking on the door. All right? It's not easy, guys. I keep telling you guys. That's why there's no such thing as a silver bullet. Okay? These people will fight you. And here's the really, really sad part. The more right you are, the harder they fight you. Because they have to stick up for each other. Especially if you're one of these, poor people who are jailed for contempt on a complete bogus order, to get that overturned because they're going to stick up. And this happened to me. I mean, I wasn't arrested, but I'm talking about the reason why it took me so long to prevail is because they were sticking up for this support magistrate that did this to me. Okay, but it doesn't mean you don't, that you got to give up. You got to keep fighting. Frankie kept fighting. All right. Let me see if I can show you guys. All right, these are all the emails. Let me see if I can get this over. All right, these are all the emails from Frankie. Not all of them, but no, these are the success stories, excuse me. All right, but he didn't give up. So from now until from now until February, when his next court date, he doesn't have to worry about them taking money, and he's actually gonna have money to buy his kids Christmas presents this year. All right, so I just want to share this with you guys. It's a nice victory. All right. He didn't get all his money back or anything, but it's a good sign, all right? Because again, he said that they're not helping him until they started getting the paperwork, and all this paperwork was submitted right here. See, November 27th, 2 days before going to court. Okay. Okay, objection. Under no circumstances is the undersigned voluntarily participating in the proceedings. All right? He was asking for a discovery. All right? They got all the right paperwork, and now they're leaving him alone. All right, so listen, I just wanted to share this with you guys. And I'm going to do another video on how to filing objections. Okay, filing objections is very important because you have to show that you're exhausting all your remedies, and it's proof that you were showing the court that they were proceeding without jurisdiction and whatever, evidence and whatnot. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.